How's it going, everyone? My name is Lucas Kim and welcome to the Lucas Disney channel. This is technically my first video as of right now. Let's kind of talk about what's going on right now. Today, as you know, Josh D'Amaro actually announced Disney news, mostly Disney parks actually. He has a very big confidence that new Disney parks and installments and the future of Disney is looking to be very good, according to his insights. And I've actually been kind of saying this because he is I do believe that he might be the new CEO of the Disney company itself, only because I know that he's a big to-go guy when it comes down to Disney parks. But there has been many times that that he was involved in a lot of cinematic related franchises such as MCU, Star Wars, as well as the new Disney animations. I do believe that he is like the biggest good to go guy comparing to any other potential candidates that were supposed to be CEO, only because at the end of the day, when it comes down to cinematic is just like a one-time of a view. But when it comes down to the backbone of Disney company, as well as like their additional funds, Disney Parks has always been, always is and always will be the backbone of the company when it comes down to like earning monies and like earning revenues of the company itself. Now let's kind of talk about this because as you know, Josh D'Amaro, he's been like, but he doesn't just only focus on Walt Disney World. He focuses on all the Disney parks, and he has particular interview about this, about like how he wants to add Avatar Land, which was already announced that it was going to happen in the California side of the Disney California Adventures, as well as he was involved in the installments of Fantasy Springs and Tokyo Disneyland, as well as Shanghai Disneyland as well too. And yeah, he is like primarily focused on the North America side, but I think he has a big plans going on, not only just the California side, but also Orlando. As you know, Walt Disney World has been getting a lot of budget cuts when it comes down to installments, and that has disappointed many fans out there. So I'm hoping that any future developments that are supposed to come, such as Animal Kingdom installments, which I'm going to be talking about in the future video, they are supposed to get rid of Dino Land USA and then install new franchises such as Encanto and Coco, as well as Indiana Jones, and that is their biggest focus right there, which is Central and South America, which they will combine it together and call it as Tropical Americas. So according to the right, as you can see, that is a Shanghai Disneyland, and they installed that park just about like recently, and it's right behind the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, their version of it, of course. And they built a really, really big Zootopia land right over there. And I actually, looked at some of the content creators' videos, touring around. And one of the video that I took a glimpse of was actually, 6 Miles Tall, a content creator who actually went to Shanghai Disneyland and recorded every single details of what this park actually had. And I'm gonna say I am very, very impressed by the result of this park, because it's not just like a normal installments that you see in Galaxy's Edge or even Toy Story Land that you see in Walt Disney World. I think the Imagineers really went all out on this park, almost as all out. In my personal opinion, I think the Pandora was amazing in Animal Kingdom. So if I was impressed by Pandora, then this is like the next step of improvements when it comes down to Imagineers. Like the Shanghai Disneyland, the the Imagineers, they just received the budget and they went all out on this. If you do get a chance to watch, the video will be right below on the description. Check out 6 Miles Tall, content creator. He is the one who recorded all of this and brought up a lot of like what's inside within the parks. Now we'll talk about this because it really makes you feel that you're actually in Zootopia along with the animals on the lands. And I do understand that a lot of people, some people did not like Zootopia as a series. I personally thought it was like one of the best movies that I've ever watched so far within the Disney franchise, only because the movie was like really a fusion of kids loving the movie, but also there are a lot of adult references from the like TV shows such as Breaking Bad, as well as The Godfather. All of those were all included in that movie. So I was mind blown by the movie itself, and I said, you know what? One day they're gonna make this a park into a reality, and people are gonna enjoy it. And you know what? Shanghai Disneyland actually built that, and they did not disappoint me. I understand that some people don't like Zootopia because they're not into furries, and like the movie itself is just like a bunch of animals and like in humanoid form. So the whole anthropologies and the like the furry thing is going to be a big deal of an issue. I do believe that in Zootopia wise, there's not a lot of like a furriness like as people kind of like claim it to be, only because it was more focused on like the characteristics and like humanitarian identity kind of thing right there. There's a lot of identity crisis between cannibals and herbivores, and that was really the focus of the movie. You can't I do believe that Zootopia was going to be like the biggest potential of the the Disney series. And with that said, I love Shakira. I love Gazelle. That's another thing that if they do like bring it into like either California or Walt Disney World, that's going to be a big thing as well too. Now let's kind of talk about this because the reason I'm talking about this video is because, as you can see, Josh D'Amaro hinted that he wants to bring Zootopia into Western, Disney parks. So we're not sure like where that will be, but a lot of people are speculating that Disney and California Adventure might be the one to have the first taste, comparing to the Orlando. Now, I'm an Orlando person. I never I didn't go to California Disneyland as frequently because like the plane ticket prices and the hotels are just like really expensive around Anaheim, so I didn't really get a chance to go there. I do want this park to be in Orlando. Whether this park belongs in Orlando, like which park will have, is a different question. Some people have expressed that Disney Animal Kingdom should actually have it because it's a basically animal theme, and some people disagree because they're not really animals, they're more humanoids, animals with feet. That it wouldn't really belong in the natural conservation or doesn't fit like anywhere around the animal kingdom. I mean, I guess if you see it that way, yeah, I guess so. But I genuinely disagree because I would like to mention this because in Animal Kingdom, a lot of people have said the same thing about Avatar, the Pandora when the Avatar was actually out, and people said, that doesn't belong in Animal Kingdom because it's about animals, not aliens, and Avatar is not even Disney, so why was that there? And then once that actually was out, people kind of changed their mind and said, and they were very impressed by the design of the land itself, and people started accepting the idea of allowing Pandora into Disney Animal Kingdom. Now, obviously, Zootopia is going to be also the same situation where people are going to doubt about why this is going to be in the park, but once it's out, people are going to get adjusted to it and adapt to the theme of the land. And I'm not trying to disagree fully on this. Yeah, I get that Zootopia is a very sensitive topic because it can belong in any type of parks right there. But I do believe that Animal Kingdom fits a bit more. Only because at the end of the day, they're still animals. Yeah, they're on their feet and they're more humanoids, but you can't really disagree about the fact that they're animals, and having the future idea that animals may evolve into more humanoid knowledge, just like Planet of the Apes right there. So you never know what could happen. So that would really be the case, and I'm gonna like reveal one of the videos just in a bit. As you can see, this is actually the Disney Animal Kingdom map right there. And realistically speaking, this is not the actual reality of the Google map. So, all those forests don't exactly exist. This is an illustrated map. So obviously, if you actually look at the like a Google map, all these right here, there's like a construction, and then the facility buildings all over the place. And then on the left side right here, there are a bunch of the parking lots right over here. So in a case like we don't know if where the Zootopia land would be installed in, and I kind of like looked at it, and at the end of the day, I do believe that Asia could, there's a big empty land right behind the Everest right there that Disney has not touched. Now you have to understand, like this whole land is owned by Disney, so they can construct anywhere, and they can alter the roads if they need to. And in a sense, if Disney Animal Kingdom was to have Zootopia Land, it would be on the same situation as Shanghai Disneyland, and putting it right behind the northeastern corner of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And in this case, it would be behind Expedition Everest, and where people might be able to like walk all the way down here and then go through the park right there. And then once they're done with it, they could probably hang around at the new land formerly known as Dino Land USA, which is going to be Coco, Encanto, as well as the Indiana Jones land. That will probably the possible potential of doing so. And if they do put it right behind there, people can kind of easily skip Zootopia, where they don't have to forcefully look at the park if they are not a big fan of Zootopia, obviously. Otherwise, it would be around this corner right here. But as you know, this area right here is a little bit complicated, because as you know, there's a big a walk, the bridge walk right here, and the whole area is a little bit off right there. There's a big forest and behind the scenes right here, and if they were to put Zootopia Land, I guess that would be another way to make sense. I only got there once, and I remember 2 to 3 customers actually slipping down on that bridge. So if they were to redo the whole area, they might have to redo the bridge as well too. But yeah, Animal Kingdom is the largest park in at Disney World, and it's probably bigger than the Magic Kingdom itself. And as for Magic Kingdom, if they were to put it in Magic Kingdom, I would assume that it would be behind the Tomorrowland, where the Tron life cycle is, because that area is also kind of empty right there, and according to the Google map, they that area is whole empty right there, so they might be able to construct it, and where you can pass through the Tomorrowland and then go into the Zootopia Land. That would be another case of scenario right there, and you could kind of go around it to go to the future potential villains land that people were been talking about. It's a rumor. It's not really a confirmation, but yeah, that would be the case. Now, we have to talk about the Epcot, because I do understand that Epcot would not definitely fit. I'm gonna talk about more Epcot related in the next content. I'm more concerned about Epcot's World Pavilion more than any other additional parts such as Zootopia. So if I were to say that where Zootopia doesn't belong in, it would probably Epcot, in my personal opinion. And last choice that people have been mostly suggesting was none but Hollywood Studios. Now, as you know, Hollywood Studios has been, kind of caught in a drought, is how I would say, because there are so many parks out, rides right there. There are Thrill Rides, and there are even Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, even though it's still popular among a lot of fans out there. But at the same time, people feel that they're that land itself is not good enough to make up for Hollywood studios to be popular. And even back then, I'm gonna really say this, but Hollywood Studios was not really that popular even before Galaxy's Edge. Like it didn't have many customers and guests. Well, customers, guests, right there, that actually filled up the park, and people would really just go there for mostly rock and roller coaster as well as a Tower of Terror. That would really just be it, and luckily they added the Toy Story Land, which actually brought in more guests to try out their Slinky Dog's roller coaster ride, as well as the Toy Story Mania, where you get to like shoot to earn scores. But additionally, Galaxy's Edge, there's like only 2 rides as of right now, well, including Star Tours, but it's really Rise of Resistance as well as the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. But at the end of the day, the Hollywood Studios is going on a drought, in my personal opinion, and I do believe that it needs a little bit more attractions. And I do hope, they might add in more like Pixar related, such as Cars or Wall-E type of rides right there. And if the Zootopia land was going to be added, I assume that it would be right around the corner where the Muppets were. And I think that would like kind of lead into like a New York City, the former Hollywood New York City way right there, that would connect into Zootopia Land. That would be my assumption. And that would really be the case. Otherwise, I don't really have a lot of insight on the Hollywood Studios. Now we're really looking at the map of the Hollywood Studios, since everyone keeps talking about how Zootopia one should be in Hollywood Studios. So if you kind of take a look at this map right here, just around this animation courtyard right here, that I do believe that area should be like renewed into more like a Pixar land, along with the joining with Lightning McQueen and the Cars attraction itself, just right around the corner. And if the Zootopia land was to be added, in my view, it would honestly be around the Grand Avenue, going through this empty land right over here on the left side. So you can't really see that through, but that would be the case right there, because over on this side, as you can see, that was supposed to be right behind the corner where Galactic Star Cruiser was going to be implemented. If you let's take a look at the actual Google map of the Hollywood Studios. So over right here, obviously like kind of off topic, but that whole area could be a little bit more expansion of the Hollywood Studios, where they could add in more Star Wars contents over here, like Terra Park, the parking lot, and actually make it into more of a thrill ride right there. And over right here is, as I mentioned, this right here, and then tear this area out, like with the parking lot, and they could probably make it into the Zootopia land right over there. I think that would be the case in that scenario. And as I mentioned right here, another off topic, this whole area could be the Pixar land. That could happen in the future. But yeah, I just guess that would be the case in point, that Zootopia Land could fit in Hollywood Studios, obviously, but with the sacrifice of some of the parking lots, and eventually Disney might have to figure out a way to add in more parking lots, and then add in trams to go in there. And my personal opinion is that I still think that Animal Kingdom will fit with the best when it comes to the Zootopia Land. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed my video. Obviously, Zootopia is a big sensitive subject for some people, and some people feel that Zootopia, adding in Zootopia as park in Walt Disney World, Orlando, would be a greatest addition, and as long as the Imagineering's design is exactly the same without any budget cuts, obviously. And I hope Josh Romero says something new about when it comes to the 23 Expo this year on August 2024, and I look more forward to it. And thank you for watching me, and if you are interested in this video and you want to see more of my contents, please subscribe, like the video, and leave any comments that you might have any particular opinions about. as well as please also follow 6 Mile Solace, since he's the one who actually recorded the whole video of Shanghai Disneyland as well as the Zootopia land. And please also subscribe to him and like the video as well. And thank you for watching, and hope to see you in another content video. Bye bye.